Good day, viewers. We continue with our science. Yesterday, we ended uh, section 2. Today, we are going to section 3. But I beg to correct another thing, another error. Uh, in in sign 13 of section 2, I mistakenly used ulul albab instead of ulul absar. I'm so used to that, so it has so much sunk into my head, Albab. And when it came to Absaru, I still said Albab. Um, Let me read the ending of the surah. It says, "Inna fi zalika la ibratan li uli absar," and not albab. Inna fi zalika la ibratan li uli absar, and not albab. So li uli absar. In this is a lesson for such as have eyes to see, or you can say, in this is a lesson for people of good eyes, of eyes. Mm. So that is the. Let's go to today's video, and it will start with. Uh, oh, it starts with section verse. We'll start with section 3, and it starts with verse 21. First of all, let's take note. In all matters, there are two truths: the verifiable truth, and the fabricated truth. In all matters, there are two truths: the verifiable truth and the fabricated truth. Good. We go to section 21. What does it say? إن الذين يكفرون بآيات الله ولا يقتلون النبيين بغير الحق ويقتلون الذين يأمرون بالقسط من الناس فبشرهم بعذاب أليم. Mm. فبشرهم بعذاب أليم. In English, as to those who deny the signs of God and in defiance of right, بغير الحق, in defiance of right, slay the prophets and slay those who teach just dealing with mankind. Announce to them a grievous chastisement. He's telling to the prophet to announce to them, to tell such people uh, a grievous chastisement. Mhm. So, like we say, some people uh, killed the prophets and killed those who supported them. This is what the verse is saying. Uh, the prophet should tell them that there is a grievous chastisement waiting them. Mm? فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Grievous chastisement. 22. أولئك الذين habitat أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وما لهم من ناصير من نصيرين. ما لهم من نصيرين. They are those whose works will bear no fruit in this world and in the hereafter, nor will they have anyone to help. Mm? So you kill people by heart. They may prophet, they may not be prophet. Huh? You have grievous chastisement, and you have no help. Here in the world, you can kill and get help. Somebody may even push you to go and kill. in various ways, and you kill, and you are given thumbs up. You've done well. Very good. After your life here, you will have no help. Mm? So that's what this means. And listeners can think, ponder over it on their pillows, and then get more meanings to it. Mm? Okay. Alam tara illa allazina utu nas nasiban min alkitabi yad'una ila kitabillahi liyahkumu bainahum thumma yatawalla fariqan minhum wa hum muridun. Mm. Hast thou not turned thy thoughts to those who have been given a portion, eh? Nasiba min al Katabi, who have been given a portion of the book? It's a question. Mm. Nasiba min al Kitabi, of the book. They call, they are invited to the book of God to settle their dispute, but a party of them turned back and declined the arbitration. An evil thing indeed. So if there are two warring parties or two parties not agreeing and somebody comes to arbitrate, the fellow is only doing the good work of God. It is sadaqah, it's fi sabilillah. You have both parties have to agree and come together and see how they can, you know, come to amicable terms with each other. Mm. Uh, 24. ذلك بأنهم قالوا لن تمسسنا النار إلا أياما مغدود مغدودون مغدودات إلا أياما مغدودات. Uh, this is because they say, the fire shall not touch us, but for a few numbered days. How do you know? Huh? Now you do evil and you say, oh, the fire in the hereafter will not touch you only a few numbered days. How do you know? You see, so illa ayatin mawdudatin, few numbered days. Uh, وَغَرَّهُمْ فِي دِينِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا يَفْتَرُونَ. But, okay, for their forgeries deceive them as to their own religion. Oh, yes, I repeat it, for their forgeries deceive them as to their own religion. So you can follow a religion and then interpret verses, or you can interpret science wrongly. God is telling us it's forgery, and this forgery is only deceiving you in what you consider to be your religion. Mhm. We have them all over the place, Muslims, Christians, Jews, all over the place. People who think that they are above uh, everybody, and can do whatever they like. Okay. Uh, 25. That's sign 25. فكيف إذا جمعناكم فكيف إذا جمعناهم ليوم لا ريب فيه ووفيات ووفيت كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. Mm. Uh, in English, but how will they fare when we gather them together against a day about which there is no doubt? Yes, God keeps repeating this for us to know that there is no doubt about the judgment day. No doubt about it. You think there is doubt? No, there's no doubt at all about it. So let me repeat it. But how will they fare when we gather them together against a day about which there is no doubt? Hmm? Comma, and each soul will be paid out just what it has earned. without favor or injustice. Hmm? Without without favor or injustice. Hmm? كل نفس وأوفيت كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. لا يظلمون, that's without justice. They will not be judged for no reason. Hmm? ما أوفيت, uh, each soul will be paid. Uh, وأوفيت, each soul will be paid out just what it has earned without favor or injustice. Good. 26. Kul Allahumma Malikul Mulk تؤتي الملك من يشاء وتنزع الملك مما تشاء من تشاء تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك مما تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء. Oh, what a verse. What he wills, as he wills, as he wills, as he wills. Hmm? Oh, say, it's up to the prophet, say, it's on the prophets of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say, O God, Lord of power and rule, thou givest power to whom thou pleasest, and thou strippest power from whom thou pleasest. Thou endurest with honor whom thou pleasest, and thou bringest low whom thou pleasest. Let me take it again. Kul, kul Allahumma malik al-mulk, tu'ti al-mulku man tasha'a, wa tunzi'u al-mulk mimma tasha'a, wa tu'iddu man tasha'a, wa tu'izzu man tasha'a, wa tuzillu, he raises whom he likes, wa tuzillu, he brings down man tasha'a, biyadika khairun, that's full stop, and tuzillu man tasha'a, then biyadika al-khairun, let's see. In thou hand is all good. Hmm? So in thou hand is all good. Hmm? Biyadika al khairun. In thou hand is all good, not bad. Yes. Innaka ala kulli shay'in kadir. So verily all things thou hast power of. So in God's hand there is all good. All good is in God's hands, and God has power over all things. Hmm? So, like I say, these are important prayers. 27. Tulik alayli fil nahari wa tulik an-nahara fil layli. Oh my God. Hmm? Thou causes the night to gain on the day. Thou causes the night to gain on the day, and thou causes the day to gain on the night. That's what I've just read. Hmm? Tulik alayli تولك الليل في النهار وتولك النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الموت وتخرج الميت من الحي. Oh God. Uh, and thou bringest the living out of the dead, and thou bringest the dead out of the living. Indeed, that was the first thing he did. He what he what we see is that he first of all he brought the dead to living. Like he said, thou bringest the living out of the dead, and thou bringest the dead out of the living. Hmm? So our great grandfather Adam was dead before God brought him to life. He was mere clay in the form of a human being. in the form of a human being. He was all clean, dead. Then he said, Kun fayakun. He breathed on him and said, rise up. And he rose up. So we're all actually brought out of the dead. Eh? When you are in your mother's womb, the first day you enter there, you are dead. You are not living. But as soon as you enter, your the your mother's blood gets into you, the air in it gets into you until you become a living thing or a living being. Sorry, and thou bringest the dead out of the living, and thou, and then so the living too, he brings death. He makes you also to die, and we are all living. Whatever be the case, however long it takes, you will die. There is no way you are going to die. He will take you at the right time, at the right place, as he wishes. Man yasha. Or if you are speaking to God, to God himself, you say man tasha. Mm? Uh, وترزق من وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. Mm? And thou grantest sustenance. Turzuku, sustenance. Turzuku, sustenance. And thou givest sustenance to whom thou pleasest without measure. Yes, without measure. وترزق man tasha'a begeru hisab, without measure. You can see he wants to give somebody money. He just pours. You would think that he's giving that fellow the money of all the world. That's begeru hisab, without measure. You hear about rich people, they have billions of dollars, if not billions, or millions of dollars, if not billions, such that they don't know what to do with it. The good ones do philanthropic work with it. They do philanthropy with it because it's given it to them without measure. It is God. Don't say that they got it from him. You make your research. You see that no, they didn't get the money from crooked means. They just God just gives it to them without measure. Hmm? Okay, 28. لا يتخذ لا يتخذ المؤمنين الكتاب أو لا يتخذ المؤمنين الكتاب sorry لا يتخذ المؤمنين الكافرين أولياء من دون المؤمنين. Very good. What does it say? Let not the believers take for friends or helpers unbelievers rather than believers. If you're a believer and there is an unbeliever and a believer, you don't leave the believer and go and take the unbeliever for a friend. You better take the believer. When you are going to the house of God, you go with him. When you are discussing the scriptures, you discuss with him. When you take the unbeliever, what are you going to discuss with him? How to kill people? How to blaspheme against God? Or what? And remember, believer here is somebody who has submitted himself to the will of God. So why do you leave the believer and go and take the unbeliever for a friend? Does it make sense? With a believer, if I have a believer as a friend, I have them a lot. Christians and Muslims all alike. We discuss the Bible, we discuss the Quran amicably. But I take somebody who is always going for Luto, who is always spending his time in the drinking bar, discussing, what am I going to discuss with him? I won't drink. I will not go and stake Lotto without any reason. Forbid me, the devil may once of us say, oh, do it, and you do it, but you are forgiven. I won't do it. Or you shouldn't do it. Hmm? So, let not the believers take for friends, helpers, and for helpers rather than believers. If any do, let me see. ومن يفعل ذلك فليس من الله في شيء إلا أن تتقوا منهم تكاتا أن تتقوا منه تكاتا. If any do that, if any people do that, shall have no relation left with God except by way of persecution, that you may guard yourselves from them. ومن يفعل ذلك فليس من الله في شيئا إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاة ويحذركم الله نفسه وتحذره الله نفسه وإلى الله مصير. If any do that, shall have no relation left with God except by way of persecution, that you may guard yourselves from them. But God cautions you to fear Himself. Hmm? So, وَإِلَى اللَّهُ مَصِيرٌ. And God cautions you to Himself, to fear Himself. 20 for the final goal is to God. Sorry, eh? And the final goal is to God. في شيء إلا تتقوا منه تكاب وتكاتا ويحذركم الله نفسهم. Uh, but God cautions you to fear Himself. Hmm? For the final goal is with God. Hmm? إلى الله masirun. That's final goal. إلى الله masirun. 29. That's verse ayah 29 verse 21. Like cool and cool and تخفوا ما في صدوركم أو أو تبديه يعلمه Allah. This is a repetition. Mm. God repeats certain vital signs in many verses and distributed over all the surahs or many surahs as well, many surahs and many verses. And what does it say? Say, whether you hide what is in your hearts or reveal it, God knows it all. Cool. إن تخفوا ما في صدوركم أو تبديه يعلمه الله. God knows him. ويعلم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. And He also knows what is in the heavens and on earth. And He adds, والله على كل شيء قدير. Then He adds, and God has power over all things. Again, it's ending with God. So you see, He keeps on warning us. These are warnings as well as oaths. After finishing everything, He will say, beware. And God has power over all things. God is all seeing. God is all knowing. He knows everything. He sees everything. He has power of he has power over everything. He will remind you at the end of the verse. So when you are reading it, remember it's an oath as well. It's like putting your hand on the Bible in the court or in the Quran in the court if you are Muslim or Christian, depending on whether you are Muslim or Christian, and saying something. And we think it's a joke. It's not a joke. If you go to court and swear an oath and you tell lies, oh my brother, if you don't get your punishment there, the judge might even know it and will not take what we are saying into account. If he doesn't, because he is human, you will pay for it in the hereafter. No doubt about it. La reba fihi. Oh my God, it's saying in the Quran. No doubt about it. La reba fihi. Hmm. We go to 30. يوم تجد كل نفس ما علمت من خير مهدرا وما علمت من شيء تؤد تؤد لو أن تؤد لو أن بينهما وبينه أمدا بعيدا. Okay. On the day when every soul will be confronted with all the good it has done and all the evil it has done, it will wish there were a great distance between it and its evil. That's the evil of the soul, and its evil, it's referring to the soul. يوم تجد كل نفس ما علمت من خير مهدرا وما علمت من شيء تود لو أن بينهما وبينه أمدا بعيدا. eh, أمدا بعيدا, great distance between them. Mm? If it will wish there were great distance between them. So the soul will wish there were a great distance between the evil deeds, his evil deeds, and the bad deeds. But no, they are closer for him to see. Mm? And it's not video, it's real. You will see, he will wake you up real and show you your evil deeds real, and show you your bad deeds real. And you will wish that they were far away from each other. Mm? But no, you can't. Mm? Uh, Amadan Ba'idan. Good. ويح- وي- ويح- ويحذركم sorry ويحذركم الله نفسه, but God cautions you to fear him. Hmm? God cautions you to fear him. ويحذركم الله نفسه والله رؤوف بعباده. Yes, a mention of God at the last end of it again, at the tail of the verse again. And God is full of kindness to those that serve him. Raufun bi ibadi. He is compassionate. He is compassionate. Here it is interpreted kindness that they say. He is compassionate to his servants, those who serve him. Mm. So when you are doing something, do not do it to gain the eyes of people, but do it to gain the eyes of the Almighty God. Viewers, I think this is enough for this video, because in any case, we've finished with section 3. And the next video, not in the next video, or in the next, okay, in the next video that we are going to the Quran, we shall start with uh, section 4 of Surah Al-Imran, the father of Virgin Mary. That's Imran. So that is, but the next video, I don't know whether we might go to the tabloids or this Quran still. I think we've done 2 videos uh, following each other on the Quran. Probably next time we'll do the tablets. So thank you very much. Illa likai. Till we meet again.